All right, how is everybody doing? Back again for another Tuesday night live stream. Tonight's going to be a fun one. It's slightly different, and is basically going to be what it is that Jason and I are kind of working on with the guys from Cigar Club. And I would say this has been one of the things that Jason and I have talked about probably doing the most, is always trying to do some fun, different things that, maybe some other clubs have done some things, but this will be slightly different, where tonight we're going to do it just the bourbon. So we're basically we're going to focus on picking the bourbon tonight. We'll go through, talk to everybody, see what it is that they're kind of enjoying, what they're leaning to, what they're not liking. And then at some point in the near future, we're all going to do this again, probably not like this, but we'll set up something where we're doing the cigars. So we'll have, I believe, what was it, 3 different samples I think we had. And we'll smoke through those and then kind of figure out exactly. So we'll figure out what bourbon we think is going to pair the best with the cigar that we ultimately choose. And tonight will be really fun. We'll have the guys from the Cigar Club, and then Jarrod from Barrel King. We'll have him kind of talk a little bit about what he kind of did with putting these blends together. Find out, like I said before, a little bit more about what cigarclub.com has to offer, and kind of go from there. But before we get going, let me talk to my partner in crime, Mr. Calori. How's it going, brother?
What's going on, man? Nice to be here. Excited for our first whiskey cigar collab with not only Barrel King, of course, Jarrod providing our samples, but got a big shout out to Cigar Club for helping us do this foray for our first time. So I really appreciate it, guys, and I cannot wait to get rolling on this collab with you. So really appreciate the support.
Yeah, definitely. I echo that. So yeah, this will be a lot of fun. So before I guess we kind of get going, why don't we Dave, Griff, Ramsey, whoever wants to kind of go and talk a little bit about what it is that Cigar Club kind of offers and what we're going to be doing tonight, and we'll kind of start there. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good. We're Cigar Club. We are a monthly subscription. We cater towards different palates, curate cigars based off that each month, delivered right to your door. It's going to be super extra special tonight. This will be the start of a bourbon selection, and then we're going to follow that up with a cigar that will pair with that particular bourbon. We've got, as we talked about, Ramsey held up earlier, we've got 3 cigars that we're going to match to the whiskey that we select here tonight. I know myself, Griff, Howie, and Ramsey Crowan, right? Did I say that last right?
Cronin,
Get your last
whatever.
name?
I've only worked with you for a year.
I mean, I'm Pugh, Griff's Griff, and you're Ramsey, so I don't ever call you your last name. I don't think I've ever said it out loud. But all that to say, I know we're super excited about this. This is my first barrel pick, and so I'm humbled to be a part of this.
Oh, awesome! All right, even better. I'm glad this could be your first one. So, Griff, you're never short on words. What fine things do you have to say about the cigar club?
You make me out to this guy that's like some douche or something. No, I reiterate what Pugh said. Happy to be here. Excited to drink through some bourbons. I will say my bourbon game has been lacking this summer because it's been so damn hot. So I've been getting a little bit into tequila. So I've not had bourbon in like probably a full month at this point. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Good.
Excited that your channel is actually still on YouTube. I didn't know if people still watch this.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
There it is.
Well, this won't take much longer to figure out who we're going to kick out tonight and or me.
So we haven't even started drinking yet.
No, we're only what are we like 5 minutes in, not even, and the guy's already at it. So, all right. So, all right. Last but definitely not least, I guess Jarrod, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who did the blending of these fine whiskeys. Why don't you kind of share with everyone a little bit about Barrel King, if you don't mind?
Yeah, we're a non-distilling producer out here in Bourbon, Missouri. We just opened in March. We go around looking for the best barrels we can, or lots of the best barrels we can, bring them in. We work our warehouse pretty hard, and which means a lot of tasting, a lot of monitoring, and try to find the best stuff to either finish, or we really like it when we find things that are good for a single barrel or blend. But at the end of the day, we do a lot of finishing. So that's about it, man.
And you guys do an incredible job. I mean, I know myself and others are huge fans of what it is that you're doing, and the barrels that you've gotten, and the blends, and some of the finished whiskeys. So you guys are doing a fantastic job. So I'm glad that you were willing to be a participant, a big part of what we're doing tonight. So we're honored to have you guys partnering up with Cigar Club to do that. So all right, the man in the middle, Popham, why don't you kind of tell everybody a little bit about your channel and what it is you do?
Well, if you don't know, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, you need to know. Go check me out. Popham, don't watch them on YouTube. As everybody knows, the name came from just what bourbon's turning into, people just collecting and putting it on the shelves and literally watching it. And I just came up with the saying, pop them, don't watch them. Turned it into a YouTube channel. And thanks to the two guys you see here, my bourbon journey and Mash and Drum kind of helped me take it off a little bit. So just do bourbon reviews. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. Do some USC type stuff with it. Just try to be fun and different. And, I like helping out on barrel. Barrel picks are definitely one of my favorite things to do. I'm an admin for Louisiana Bourbon Collective. It's the largest bourbon group in Louisiana. We have over 2,000 members, so we're doing barrel picks for the whole state of Louisiana all the time. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do. When you do a barrel pick and you get to pour a glass of that bottle for somebody and you get to say, you picked that whiskey, it doesn't get any better than that. And that's one of my favorite things to do. And I'm about 40 miles north of New Orleans, Louisiana. So it's hot down here right now, but we're going to have a good time tonight. Appreciate everybody for inviting me on. Can't wait. Let's get it going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, all right, well, why don't we kind of get into some of this? I think we're going to start with, I think everyone's got their whiskeys all labeled 1, 2, and 3, correct?
Yep.
All right. So we'll start with 1. I think, Jarrod, that's the order you wanted us to taste them in.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit, I guess, while we're going to kind of start getting into some of the nosing of these, do you want to kind of talk a little bit about your thought process for creating some of these blends?
Sure. I guess at the end of the day, I didn't want, and you're kind of shooting in the dark, so many people and not sure what the cigars will taste like. But what we did know is we didn't want to overshadow the cigar. So I started in the number 1, I think would probably, as far as tannins and spice, and I don't want to tell, I don't want to, should I go this far into it, or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah. I just
wanted
to take it easy on the cigar on number 1 and kind of go into more of a experience through to number 3 and see, I don't know where you guys are at on it. And that's really about it. I go through and I kind of in my mind, I figure out what I want, and I go through the rick house, and I tasted probably about 80 barrels for this project. It took me about a month.
Wow.
And I go through, and like this one says OKI, which reminded me of an OKI, like 9-year OKI, a lot of earthiness. This one says butter and big. And so I probably pulled about 15 and then got that down to about 10 and then worked from there. And then I did 6 and then got that down to 3. So that's, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't ruin the cigar experience.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed. It sounds like you were pretty much a slacker when it came to this. So, I
was slack for you, Scott.
Well, I've been excited since like Popham. I've been excited to get into these things since I got them. Now I haven't nosed them. I haven't done anything until tonight. So it'll be very interesting to see what we're all kind of getting. So, and then as we do, like we kind of normally do, is as we go through them, whatever you guys are nosing and tasting, just kind of, let everybody know what it is that you're kind of nosing and tasting. And then we'll ultimately get it down to whatever one we feel is our favorite tonight. So how's that sound?
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good.
Jarrod, sounds like your job sucks, man. That's a terrible job to have all
Rough.
day.
You got to take breaks, but that's moments. I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure the fatigue will set in pretty quickly. I mean, geez, just doing what when we've done, and a lot of us who've done picks and stuff before, you get into that. Honestly, you get into that 8 to 10 barrel range, and you're already starting to kind of struggle with things. It's a lot. So, but
When you
all
get
right, what-
like Scott and Jason, you're doing something for them, and you really want to please them. It can take, you get down to like 5, and you need 3. It might take 2 weeks of drinking every night just to, yeah.
the sacrifice.
That's
rough,
rough.
yeah.
Still rough.
We thank you for your service.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting a lot of
What are we-
black pepper, licorice, citrus on this one.
Yeah, I was getting it's a little kind of earthy with that little slight like kind of citrus undertone that's there.
God, it's amazing how not drinking bourbon for over a month, your palate just goes away completely. I got to rebuild it to Griff's point earlier, but I definitely get that citrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice, like a really classic, well-aged, just bold NGP profile.
Yeah.
The citrus, I get a nice little barrel char too, which is got like a hint of smoke to it.
Yeah, which I really like, because I know you use when I was talking to when we just did our pick end of last week when we were down in Kentucky, Jarrod and I were talking, so you kind of let me in on a little bit of what was in some of these, like, slightly. So there is some age stuff in here, that's for sure. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
age could
getting any
definitely comes
young
from
notes.
No, not at all. You definitely get that char and that age when you actually go to drink it as well.
I just get a little bit of earthy black pepper, just a hint.
I'm actually getting something. I'm getting something very savory, almost like a basil or an oregano type note in it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The green flake stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe like a heavy tea or something, like a heavy black tea or something that's kind of herbal.
Yeah, there's something herbal but like savory about it. It's crazy. It's like grandma's garden.
Grandma's garden. There you go.
Yeah. No, it is. It's like a pizza spice without the sauce.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. There's something crazy with it.
It's a pizza in a glass.
It's a
Really long finish too.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta try it. There we go.
All right. Cheers, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
Wow, but sweeter. It's not as earthy on the palate as
The palate is an absolute orange bomb to me.
God.
Man, it's
very balanced, though.
Very citrusy, very citrus.
Very citrus.
Yeah.
And oily, nice and oily too.
Yeah, it does a really good job of coating the mouth, and then the finish just lingers.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the Remus Repeal Reserve.
Oh,
It almost has that same kind of citrusy orange, that heavy orange and oak profile to it.
Yeah, it's almost like an orange oil, like an essential oil, like
an
it's that
essential oil.
rich. It's that rich in orange.
yeah. Oh man.
Good spice though. This has really great finish on it.
Good. Yeah.
I think it's like sweet up front, and then as the finish kind of develops, that more of that pepper and that maybe anise or something kind of comes out in it a little bit.
Great balance.
I will know a little bit about the barrels that went in it. Or do you want to wait?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, what's in this first blend? Well, actually, you know what? Why don't you say that to the end till we figure out what we picked?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. That's a good idea. But yeah, I love the balance of the sweet up front, and actually the more it kind of sits on your palate, there's a little bit of like a smoky butterscotch that's there to me on this thing.
I definitely get the smoke on it.
That's damn good. I hadn't said much,
Yeah.
but that's a damn
You
good.
haven't. I was waiting for something out of you. I was getting worried.
I would definitely smoke a cigar with that. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Boy, what are some guesses on proof? This could be a tricky one. Like this might be.
I think it
sneaky.
is. I think it's
It's
higher
not a
than
bad
what I
proof
think it
though.
is.
Whatever it is, it wouldn't over. I don't think it would overpower. Or, maybe a Connecticut, but anything's gonna overpower Connecticut. Really, you gotta, But man,
I think it's coming in under 110. I think it's probably maybe 101,
Yep.
102.
I was gonna say 105.
I was saying 107.
Okay.
101 proof at the end of it too. We can do that.
Say proof.
Yeah.
I think this is more.
Yeah.
I think this is more in like 112, 113 area for this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's above 110 as well. I think.
Can I go grab that machine real quick? I mean, wait.
Yeah, this is getting.
Yeah,
It is.
whatever
The more
whatever
you-
yeah, whatever you want. Whatever you
We'll
want.
grab it real quick, guys.
Yeah.
The more you sip it, the sweeter it gets.
It's
Nice.
very layered. Like different things kind of come out the longer it kind of sits on your palate, which is really nice. So and for the guys I guess that are smoking the cigars right now, it'll be interesting to kind of hear like how it's developing for you guys. Now I know maybe you're not smoking what we're gonna be, but it'll give you at least a little idea. Yeah, that's really nice. There's a nice kind of buttery aspect to it as well.
Yeah, I grabbed a cigar that I think will be somewhat in line with the 3 blends that we were rolling with. So while it won't be a direct comparison, at least somewhat of a baseline. I can't be drinking bourbon, doing a barrel without having a cigar, so it was too easy to grab it. But I'm smoking a 4 Kicks right now. A little bit more of a medium plus bodied cigar, and I think it's holding up to the proof. The proof isn't certainly overshadowing it in any regard. I'm very curious what this is going to come out to because I think it's higher than what I think it is, but it doesn't drink.
It's
that.
about 113.
Yeah.
Jason.
Oh, there you go.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah.
112.
Jason got that.
113.
Hey Hawk. Hey, I don't know if you can hear me, Scott, but your internet's hitting the shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I
so
was
it's not
wondering
me.
whose that
That was
was.
great. I wasn't sure if it was me or not.
I feel like I'm watching Max Headroom from the 80s.
Typical Scott.
Let's see.
All right, Griff,
Let me
there's your
see.
opening.
I know. I don't want to lay into him too much. I feel bad. You know, when your internet's down, you're kind of stranded.
I
you
know we can't do nothing. There. He's
No.
trying. He's
All
trying.
right.
Kick him while he's down.
Tell Julie
That's
to stop watching Game of Thrones. Meat moon. All right, looks like I'm gonna take over. So until Scotty gets back, gets his internet all fixed here. Oh wait, he's
Nope,
trying.
he's back.
Are you back, bud?
Is it back? Is it back? Is it? Am I back?
Yeah,
Am I
you're back.
Back.
You're back.
All right, it's trying. I can see the signal and everything. It's trying. So,
Meat moon.
well, whatever.
Okay.
Bear with me. Bear with me on this one. So
Holy
we
crap!
lost out.
Number 2 on the nose couldn't be more different.
No,
All right.
it's
We're jumping ship.
darker, richer.
Oh yeah, definitely heavier dark fruits and all of
Dark
that. for
fruit
sure.
and candy.
Caramel.
Oh my gosh.
Caramel. God, yeah.
Holy hell. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but the nose is incredible.
Got
Yeah.
some honey on there, some syrup.
Oh, wow.
Man, that is.
Oh yeah, that's really like that. There's almost like a chocolate, like raspberry chocolate
Yeah.
strawberry combo.
Yeah,
I don't know,
that's
guys watching, if y'all can pick up the legs, the viscosity on these
Yeah.
samples so far has been, which I'm a big fan. I love, mouthfeel is huge.
Yeah, this is definitely much richer nose so far.
Almost a little cherry in the back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cherry oak.
Oh man. Oh man.
I'm going to be shocked if this isn't finished.
The palate lives up to the hype.
Yeah, that's
Oh man.
It's definitely not. I don't think it's finished. I don't think he gave us anything. I don't think he
smells so
gave us
sweet.
finished.
It's
this
finished.
is rich. Rich.
I mean, this is a fat kid's dream right here. It's a candy
Yeah,
shop.
this is very rich and complex. I mean, honestly, this is probably, if we're being honest, this is kind of a whiskey you could drink with just about anything for the most part. You know.
Mhm.
Golly.
Appreciate that, guys.
All right, so let's
Man,
see.
that
Oh
I'm
my God.
gonna try to guess the proof on this too. Let's see.
Holy hell.
Man, that is.
That drinks like a chocolate cherry cake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
That's
is it
ridiculous.
it's either cellos or chocolate covered cherries with the cordial
Uh-huh.
cherries.
Mhm.
Yeah, the cherry.
Man,
cordial.
that's
No,
what-
I might go. Oh man, I might go a little lower on this one. I don't
Me
know.
I think it's similar. I think what's going to throw us off here is that this is more spicy than the first one, and sometimes that spice and oak can confuse you with proof.
See, I'm not getting as much spice on this one.
I thought the first one was way spicy. I thought the first one was way spicy.
I thought the first one was way spicier.
I'm getting some good spice.
Jeez.
I mean, I'm getting spice.
You're not alone, Scott.
I'm not getting that herbal spice quality that we were getting on the first one. The second one it just has like that really like complex rounded, flavor profile on the back end. The black pepper almost sneaks up on you.
Yeah,
because you got to break through all the sweet, and all of a sudden the finish is just lingering.
Yep. Yeah. I was about to say right here in the finish, there's a little bit of that black pepper. Where this one was almost like pop rocks on the tone. It was popping as soon as it hit you up front. This one is more.
I might.
Two is thick. Two is like a beefy.
It's a very rich whiskey. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go on this one. I'm gonna say 109 on this one.
Oh man.
I'm probably undercutting it, but it drinks like 109, 108.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
go
go
111.
107.
111.
111.
Yeah, I think it's in that
right.
range.
Yeah, right in that range.
I was gonna say 113 or something. I think this one drinks a little bit.
I'm not good at the proof stuff though. We did a pick of 156 proof, and it drinks like one. I can drink it neat on a hot day. So I can't nail proof. I'm not.
Yeah. So Jarrod, what are you pulling out of this one? What are some of the notes you kind of get from this one?
Well, I get a lot of. Everybody's calling it off. I got a little bit of milk chocolate out of the last one. I get a lot of milk chocolate out of this one.
Yeah, definitely chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate, the dark fruits, there's some phenols in there which I really like, and I think it's nice. I think it's big. I still think it's rounded. I think the flavor moves well and the palate moves well. So I love it.
I'm going to another pour. That's number 2.
It's 123 proof.
What?
Holy! Are you kidding me?
Wait, what?
I would have never thought it was that.
Wait, 123 is number 2?
It is.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
No, this
That's
is
dangerous.
This is gonna be, man. I thought I was
no way.
I thought I was doing good at 113, but man, 10.
That's dangerous.
Man, that's an easy drinking 123. I'll tell you that.
God.
Absolutely.
I just did a second pour, and the chocolate now on the second pour is really coming out.
This whiskey has all the things, man. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
Jarrod.
Every time you come back to it, it's different.
Yeah, Jarrod blended a hitter here.
We'll just call this one all the things.
All the things.
all the things.
Yeah.
And the last one's Grandma's Garden.
Yeah, Grandma's Garden.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh man. Jesus, that's gonna be that's a
I don't
banger
know if we
right
need to
there.
go to number 3. It's gonna be
I
tough.
like the
just looking at the color. I want to go to 3 just to see what in the hell that thing's got.
Yeah, 3 is dark.
Man.
2 just goes through so much from the front to the back to the finish. It's like a good cigar. It's like a good blend. And as you go through the thirds of the cigar, it changes and keeps it complex. And number two does that.
Man,
keep number 2 away from your cigar torch.
Yeah.
And flambe action.
And also with like number 2, there's a little bit of like a charry, like honey note that's kind of cool on it.
Yeah, I think it a little.
I can see that.
I know. Yeah, every time you go back to 2, it's like it's just kind of evolving in the glass. It's just one of those.
It will be interesting as we go back through to kind of see what it does as it kind of continues to open up a little bit. So that's very, very, very interesting. So
3 seems to be the darkest color wise.
Yeah. Is anyone on to 3 or not yet?
I'm just nosing 3. I haven't tried it yet though.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Yeah, that is significantly darker.
Yeah. I mean, and the oils and stuff on all of these. So
3 similar to the nose on 2, just not as in your face. It's a little less.
It's not nearly as sweet for me on number 3.
Yeah. 1 and 3 seem to be more similar than 2. Like 2 is.
That's what I meant. 1 and 3. The nose is maybe because we've already went through 2 samples, but the nose is a little more muted than the other 2.
Joshua Clark.
What's up with Ramsey? Are you saying much? You all right, man?
I'm not saying much, but that's probably because I'm assuming by everyone's speech is I'm the most the rookie drinker here.
He's trying to find, he's trying to find his bourbon journey.
We like to get everyone's opinions. We like to get everyone's opinions. So going off of 1 and 2, what do you think?
I mean, I like 2 way more than 1. I thought 2 would be a lot lower in proof because it drank a lot smoother to me.
Yeah,
but
I can't believe 2 is
123. Crazy.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
All making me nervous.
Double check.
Can we get a second opinion?
Yeah.
Darren's like, I gotta try it again.
I am, man.
I get more of the herbal note on the nose of 3 than I did in 1, and on first.
Yeah, that herbal,
on first nose,
that herbal rye quality is back in number 3.
Yep.
3 is
on
almost like
nose,
the
I would have
herbal
told you
tea.
this is Willet Family Estate Rye.
Oh, no way.
Immediately what it reminded me of.
No way. Willet is nothing but pickle. Willet is nothing but pickle juice. You will never convince me that anything smells like Willet.
Really, man? I get none but cinnamon bun on Willet stuff.
Oh,
Family Estate Rye. Can you say that again?
Well, now I feel like I'm being set up, so no.
I want to hear it. That's good. Is that number 3 though?
Yeah.
Ooh, 3.
3 is rye-ish.
3 is kind of another animal.
Yeah, 3 is very rye-ish, if that's a word.
But man, little more mint on 3. A lot of citrus and mint, little citrus and mint on 3.
It's got
Little
citrus.
menthol.
It has citrus, not nearly as much citrus as 1 has. 1 has like an orange, like tea oil almost, whereas 3 you get more of the orange mint combo, like Christmas tree.
It's very creamy.
3 is the 110 proof.
Oh,
I still can't get over 2.
No hesitation on that one.
Yeah, 3 is drinking to me like 107, 106, like in that area.
I'm gonna guess 144.
There you go.
Shooting for the moon. I'm shooting for the moon on this.
The Hawk is playing The Price is Right. $1.
Yeah. Whatever anyone says is the highest, I'm going like 0.1 higher.
I'm gonna. Oh man.
And this is
I'm
kind
gonna
of a
say
good
113
question
on the
because for the cigar guys, it'll be interesting to hear like how you're kind of leaning, with the profile of all these because they're very different at this point.
Very
So
different.
how you feel maybe they're gonna kind of set up or work well with a particular cigar or kind of what it is maybe you guys have put together, but.
You're making us sound a lot smarter than we actually are, Scott.
Well, I'm trying.
3's almost.
I'll take it.
Coming off like a single malt, almost like a high malt. There's like a chocolatey, toasty, like component to it. Like it's like a little chocolatey. It's a little bit rye heavy. It's nice.
It's 115.
Do we want to know whether or not we're dealing with like any like super high rye, like
I mean, once we go through them, Jarrod can kind of let us know. I mean, he knows he's the master blender there. So
yeah, man.
If you have a straight medium cigar like I'm smoking currently, number 3 goes the best with it. Obviously,
that's where I was kind of thinking is like I'm trying to put it in the back of my mind, like for like because our blends are Dominican, right?
Yeah. They're coming out of the DR. Yeah.
Do we have like any idea like what the like kind of a little bit of the profile will be? Like, have you guys smoked any of them or know what that blend is where we,
we've got
an idea?
We've got some information. I will say they were blended in mind with, let's just call it like high 100s. One teens, if you will, like 118, 120, medium to medium plus cigar. So I can say easily they'll go with all 3, probably. Number 2 specifically speaking, I think it might be a little bit bolder for number 3.
Agree.
But I don't know.
Like you think the cigar may like overshadow the profile of 3. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Because number 2 with this
not,
cigar just trampled this cigar.
Yeah,
but I was trying to pair a semi medium cigar to go through these.
When it comes to just the overall, like, just if you're just looking at straight up like flavor, and it doesn't matter what that flavor is, like I think 3 is the least impactful.
Yeah.
It's a nice cigar, but it's not. I mean, it's a nice whiskey, but it's not giving you all the flavors that 1 and 2 are. Now, between 1 and 2, it's really up to our palates. But I think 3 is almost a little bit tame compared to what 1 and 2 brings, and I could see how a cigar would overtake that.
Yeah.
I'm back nosing 1, and now it almost has a smoky, sweet smokiness to it in the glass.
One definitely had that nice barrel char note. Totally.
Going back to 1.
Yeah. Joshua Clark, I completely agree with Will at 4 being a ton of herbal.
Yeah, it is. It's very herbal.
Yeah, it's very herbal. I don't know if I get the pickle juice that Scott gets.
I don't.
In Willet, I'm saying in Willet, I do.
Oh yeah, in Willet. I mean, I think there's definitely dill. I'm not sure about complete pickle juice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe okay. I'm probably being a bit dramatic when I say pickle juice, but it's very dill. It's very dilly.
Yeah, it's dilly. It can be dilly for some palates.
I get that on that Kentucky rye though. Even on Victor's, I get a little bit of that dill. A lot of that dill, a little bit on it.
Jarrod, what was the proof of number 1?
Number 1, I believe, was 113. Isn't that correct, Jason? 113, I think.
113.
Yep.
That's what I wrote.
Man.
And did I tell you the proof of this one yet? It's right there. It's like 113 as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, on number 3? Okay.
It's really close, yeah. I was surprised. I thought it'd be higher than that for some reason. But,
I think it drinks lower. It's just more tame on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I like this. I like the setup of 3. There's something about. If I'm like kind of like ranking these, I guess for me, like right now, honestly, I'd probably go 2, 3, 1 for me.
100% right there with you.
There's something that's like growing on me about 3 and trying to like put in my mind like how that is going to go with a cigar. Like I
don't know. 3 is just way too tame for me compared to 1 and 2.
I'm with Jason. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm 213 right now.
I think I agree with you, Scott. I think 3 as alone is a nice whiskey, but that is not going to stand up to a bold cigar.
Go back to 1 and you know that you'll understand because like when you go back to 1, it just hits the palate. Where 3 is it's good, it just doesn't it doesn't give you that that hit in the mouth.
It doesn't pop them.
Yeah. Man, on number 1, does anyone get like a little bit of like a bubble gum note at all? Like there's a big league chewing gum.
Don't tell me there's Barton in here.
I was about to say I get that with Barton. So cheers to that.
The good old Barton.
Dude, one is just changing every time I go back to it. It's crazy. I'm getting new things every time I go back to number 1.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to like switch a little bit. Like one is definitely
crazy.
Spicy. Like 1 is spicy.
Crazy.
And maybe like you guys were saying, maybe 3 would fall just slightly flat with a cigar. Man.
Yankees must be doing something because my wife is going insane.
That's because their boyfriend's over.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Sucks for him when this is over.
The Yankees are up 2-0 on the Mets. The Mets the Mets about to start hitting.
Well, the groom was supposed to pitch tonight, but they pushed him to Thursday.
Yeah, they wanted to get Tawan Walker in because he's back from his back spasm. So the Mets are just like throwing in random pitchers lately. It's like, guys, you're in a pennant race. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, we're trading away pitchers that go to St. Louis and pitch one-hit shutouts. So
I know that guy is doing unbelievable.
Yeah, he is. Jesus,
it's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes a change of scenery. It's all you need.
Yeah.
All right, Ramsey. Take it
all right.
easy.
It looks like we're between 1 and 2 here.
The camera.
I think 3, as everyone said,
tough.
3 by itself is good. I don't know if it's going to stand up to the blends that we have for a cigar.
Yeah, 2 is really hard to get away from, man. 2 is really hard.
That's what I keep coming back to.
So how this might be a stupid question, but as far as the one we picked, it's going to be bottled in like 750. Y'all, it's going to be available to buy as like a whole bottle, right? Or y'all going to send this out in like a little 375 with the Cigar Club? How is that part going to work?
These are just going to be 50 mLs.
50? Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be like rubber band to the 5 or 10 packs. That's what we're gonna do, right?
It's gonna be like the gas station bottles at the counter.
Man.
And I think, like you were saying, so we can kind of decide on how many bottles we want of this blend, right?
Yeah, there will be plenty. We
Okay.
can. I mean, I have to go look. I'm going to say there's plenty of this. I'm going to say there's probably. I mean, there'd be 200. I did the math on how many you thought you're going to have as far as cigars, and it matched. So we're good on that.
Okay. All right. Man.
Yeah, there's just, I mean, one is very good. I mean, one is right. Every time I go back to one, I'm loving it more and more.
Yeah,
but I think two has got something to it that I want to pair that with a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, like number 2 is one where if for some reason you didn't have a cigar, it's a great bourbon just on its own.
Yep.
Exactly, because we have to remember if anyone in the group does not drink cigars, they still just want a damn good whiskey, and number 2 will do it.
Yeah, knowing the blends of the cigars, although I've been holding off on smoking them till we actually select this, so I have a little behind the scene knowledge.
Yeah.
I think 2 has the complexity. It's got the roundness. It's got the overall flavor profile that I think would smoke well with any cigar, but I think may lend itself to be better with the cigars that we potentially will choose out.
Jarrod, a couple of the blends that we've had. I mean, the ones that we picked with you for our group. I mean, there's like this knack that you have that just kind of every now and again you blend something that's very akin to a like an old Carter quality type blend.
I was gonna say the same thing. This is old Carter, definitely. I was gonna say the same thing.
It's got that type of complexity. It's got the viscosity. You know, I mean, hell of a job blending, man.
Yeah, very good job. Very good job. Yeah.
I don't even look at flavors unless it's got the mouthfeel. At the end of the day, the mouthfeel is number one. So,
I mean, if we don't pick one and you have a bottle laying around of one, I can take it off your hands if you need it.
All right, I think Blind Squirrel is trying to buy some cigars, so I think you can go to cigarclub.com, right, for all that stuff.
Easy enough.
Yep.
Shameless plug. Use My Bourbon Journey. Get yourself a little discount too.
There you go.
Yeah, no one ever uses that code, so go for it.
Come on.
All right, Griff's loosening up a little bit. Now he's letting it fly.
Where's the meat? Where's the meat? Look at that guy. The guy doesn't say anything the whole time we're tasting whiskey. And all of a sudden he's just like
I made a whole cinematic video for Griff.
Hell yeah, you did.
Yeah,
we gotta do that again.
Yeah, that came out good.
That was amazing.
What I like about 2, man, I keep going back to 2 on that back end, on that finish. It just tastes almost like not exactly like a cigar, but it just has this flavor that I know when you go puff and retrohale that cigar right after, it's gonna mesh perfectly. Perfect.
I think maybe when we're done with this, I might have to go sit out back and grab something and kind of see how this is gonna maybe work. I don't know if I can wait another week or 2 or whatever we're gonna do for the cigar part of it, but yeah, that's very good.
Now, going from 2 to the cigar that I'm smoking is it's damn good.
And are you smoking a Dominican right now, or are you smoking?
No, this is Nicaraguan. However, it is medium plus. It's got some spice to it. It's got some kick to it. That it goes really well.
Is that the new one?
I was at the Pours in the Park at the Junkies event over the weekend, and I picked up some Oliva Milano.
Those are great.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that might be my new favorite cigar. I'm gonna pair the hell out of it with this number 2.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Man, Man, that's
Yeah, too.
both of these are fantastic, man. It's really hard going back. I mean, between 1 and 2, like I guess it really depends on what it is you're ultimately wanting. But man,
Listen, I think 1 is great, but I feel like when it comes to MGP blends and MGP profiles, I've had similar stuff before. I think 2 is the outlier.
I would
2
agree.
is 2 is the most like layered.
Yep.
You know, the most rich, the most viscous. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a cigar whiskey right there.
Yeah.
It's
And
a hell of a
I guess
whiskey in general.
that's the thing. It is twofold, where it's a great whiskey on its own,
Yep.
and then it's a great whiskey with a great cigar pairing. So it's one of those ones you can't go wrong with this. And honestly, I mean, this thing may get even better as it like opens up or whatever it may be. And kind of, I mean, we know how blends and stuff go. So as those things kind of sit and develop in a bottle, it may get even better. So
all right, Jarrod. So
all right.
So let's start with number 3. What was number 3's blend? What'd you put in that one?
So that was the outlier. Like as far as I was, the number 1 and number 2 was I had a vision. I was like, this is probably, I had an idea what I wanted to do and I did it. Then I was like, man, what if they hate those? So I was like, I better throw something else in there. So I just came from a whole nother perspective. I took a really nice. I took a 1 barrel. Remind me of an OBSV. It had some fruit. I want to get some fruit in there and some phenolic properties to kind of brighten it up and kind of bang it up. I got a little bit of earthiness in there with another barrel. Remind me of like a 9 or 10 year OKI without the mouthfeel. And then I picked up another barrel that is a full package. It was a small part of it. It was only 12% of it, and I kept it from another release I had, which is one of the better releases I've ever done. Threw that in there for the mouthfeel. It shared a little bit of the barrel with number 2, and 50% of it was one of the same barrels I used for number 1.
Oh, interesting.
So 50.
Okay, well, I mean that makes sense. There was some similar flavors going on with 3 and 1.
Yep. So basically, it's like 1, and it's all going to connect here in a minute. This is all going to connect when we talk about 1.
Like I'm taking the ACT again.
Yeah, no shit.
Nervous over here.
It's the same. And then the only difference is 50% of the other 50% of 3 was 4 barrels, equal parts, and then 1 was a pretty special barrel. The other 50%. So, you want to move on to 1?
Yeah. What was in 1?
Yeah.
Well, it was a stag finish. Dude, I found a barrel back there that tasted like marshmallow, and I threw that in a stag barrel, or it was a batch 17 single barrel stag. I let it sit in there for, it's a couple months at least. I'm not really sure, but they don't take long if you roll them son of a guns, And so that's what it was. It was a B1, which was a barrel we got in that was a little bit older than what it was supposed to be. And in my opinion, it had low tannins. It had a high tight spice frequency to it, and it was a kind of a slow palate. And I put that with the stag on the number 1, and that stag brings out and if there's any fruit at all, it's going to bring out those darker fruit notes and the char. Everybody kept talking about the char in number 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
And that I thought the high char barrel was going to just kill these cigars. It should, it seems like it. So
I don't think 1 killed it. I just think it kind of added a nice, like you said, it got into like that. The marshmallow is a great call. I didn't pick up on that, but yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I had a marshmallow barrel back there like three months ago, and I could, and it like these barrels are changing from the heat, and I couldn't find it, and luckily that one kept, and because my mind marshmallow, and I really wanted a marshmallow barrel for this.
Yeah, one is really good, man. When you go back to it, you're like, God damn, one is really good.
It is. Yeah, 1's a great blend. I mean, I would drink this all day long.
When I
empty glass nose, man.
Yeah,
I guess what I meant was the car was really going to set it off or help it. Is what I was hoping at least. So that's 1 and 3.
All right, now to the winner, number 2. What magical? What did you do with this?
So it's the same. It's 50% stag, same barrel, same marshmallow barrel. But I went back and found a big, badass MGP, thick, oily as shit. I mean, it's like peanut butter, dark fruit. I mean, it's just it was beautiful. The spice. It also had some phenolic to it. It's nice, man. It's a big full package deal.
Is two a 36 rye or 21?
21. We only do 21s and 95s.
Okay. All right.
At the moment, at least.
Okay.
Damn.
So it's a 21% MGP finished in a Stag Junior barrel.
Yep, batch 17. Yes, sir.
Holy man, that's some stats right there.
It's good.
And what's the average age on number 2?
It's all gonna be damn near 7 years.
Oh, nice. Good age on it.
You can see the influence of what that finishing barrel is doing to it.
God, it's so
it's
good.
It's making it nice and rich, and probably giving it some of that little extra kind of creaminess, I bet.
But I like that he added. He said he thought like so that you can definitely get the viscosity on that. It is there's no way around it. That's insane.
You called it, Jason. You said it was finished. Remember? This is finished. Yeah, it's finished for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's just awesome. MGP finishing a Buffalo Trace. It's like the Arnold in the when they slap heads, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Apollo Creed and
There you go.
Predator.
In Rocky
They're
3.
coming together like
This is the Predator barrel.
Yeah.
We're gonna call this one Yas Yas.
Nice.
Jarrod, you're a maniac. These are amazing.
Yeah.
dude.
Very damn good job. I'll tell you that. Holy moly.
You guys. You said
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a freaking. I mean, to bring a Stag Junior finished viscous as shit MGP, almost 7 years old, damn, to the group.
And we all brought in that proof of number 2 well below what it actually
Oh, we forget about that.
Oh my
That's
God.
Oh yeah, forget about the
Yeah.
proof.
Forgot about the proof.
It's like, hey, wake up! It's actually 123 proof.
I'm drinking it like it's a 1.5.
Yeah.
Well, and clearly there's a barrel that's got a significant amount of proof to it to have that thing still at 123 with it being a blend.
50. Yeah, so 50% of it was a Stag finished or a MGP finished in a Stag, the marshmallow, and then 50% of it was that big badass MGP. So either they both had high proofs or one of them had a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Wait, so real quick again, so the 50% that marshmallow, marshmallow barrel we had, that was the one that was finished in the Stag.
Yes, correct.
And then the other half of it is just that thick, rich, oily one you
That
found.
was that mean one, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you can
That's
see, man.
crazy.
That's a nice big
Proof of number 2, Wesley, was what was it? 112, 113?
123.
123.
Oh, I'm sorry, number 2, 123. I'm thinking number 1. Yeah, 123.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing did not drink like
No,
that
it did not.
at all.
No.
So
Yeah, number 2 was like, I'm like, oh, I think that's lower than number 1, but holy crap, it's way higher.
You said under
Nice.
110.
Here's a good one, Squib Jr.
Oh,
Crazy.
I like that, Justin. Good
Squib
idea.
Jr. That's a really good idea. Squib Jr. If it's kind of like one of those deals where if you know, you know. Is there anybody who doesn't know what the reference to that is?
I don't.
I mean,
Anybody
can I
know
say
who, anybody know who Squib is?
All right, so it's just like MGP is like.
What about Ross?
I don't know anything.
We don't need Squib. We don't need Rush. We got Squib.
Is it later? Do it later.
Yeah. Squib Jr.
Yeah, MGP recently rebranded themselves to Ross and Squib, which was historically the original founders. And so even though people still refer to themselves as MGP, they wanted to call themselves Ross and Squib Distillery rather than MGP. So everyone jokes that Ross and Squib sounds like like the next Jacoby and Myers, which is kind of funny. But Squib Jr.
I think Squib Jr. seems to be a very appropriate name on this one. So
Get it now.
that seems
That
like
marshmallow note, man. That marshmallow's really this thing.
Yeah, it was one of the things. Like when Jarrod said that, I wasn't necessarily picking it up. I was focusing probably more on the heavier, like rich notes than I was. But yeah, when you go back and kind of think about it, that's definitely there. It's like a s'more, maybe like a s'more.
Squib game is solid, Wesley.
Squib game.
Oh,
Might get sued for that one.
Oh, that's a really good. Damn it, that's really good. shit, Squid.
This is going to be a double
actually,
up.
I like Squib Game over Squib Junior. That's pretty
So
cool.
do I. I like Squid Game too.
Scott, are you writing all these down?
Yes, I am. I'm writing it down.
Write her down.
Man, this bottle.
Squib Game. That's an awesome name right there. Jesus.
That's
good.
it. No more names. I don't want to be confused anymore. It's going to be called.
Yes, it is. All right, Wesley, you the man. Jesus. Holy cow, that's a good one.
We'll send.
might be able to-
send, I don't know if Wesley smokes cigars, but we'll send him a free pack just for coming up with
Hell
that.
yeah.
name.
Yeah, that's a good one. We can do that.
Yeah.
Y'all might need 400 of these bottles. This is
Jesus.
insane. Then when you go back and just drink it by itself without having the other two, just
It's so
give your
damn
palate a
good.
little bit.
So
I
I
guess
guess
the glass is dry and go back in and just knows the
This
empty
is
dry
how
glass.
you know you nailed it, Jarrod. My freaking sample bottle's empty.
Yeah.
Now
all of mine are basically all of
Sad
mine are
face.
done,
Careful, that's a 123, not under 110 like I thought.
yeah,
No,
yeah, it's great.
no.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm gonna operate some machinery later. It'll be great.
Yeah.
but yeah. yeah.
Consider it just sign a waiver.
So,
how, Jarrod, how many bottles will we get out of this roughly? You think?
Well, man, I don't want to give you. I know that we're covered for the cigar packages. So, and truthfully, if we had to, we can supplement a little. I have plenty of Stag Junior. Then I have plenty of barrels. If we had to throw a little bit of something else in there to get it and not change it, we could. It wouldn't. But I bet we're definitely going to cover your cigars for sure.
okay. So speaking of that, what are the thoughts on how we want to kind of package these? Are we going to do them in 5s or 10s? What makes the most sense? I guess financially with people buying not only the cigar and the whiskey at the same time. So we have to kind of keep that in mind as well. So
it's a good point. I mean, packaging it with the bourbon, my mind kind of goes to 5-packs.
Yeah, I would agree.
We do a lot of 10s because 20 or 20 to 25 is kind of a commitment. I think for this project, we could do either, but 5-packs I think makes a lot of sense.
I'm with Griff. I like the 5-pack idea for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So how many?
Definitely way to go. 5.
Josh says at this point I'll take out a loan. Nice.
Sounds like
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea if we can do these in a nice solid 5-pack and kind of package that with a great whiskey. I think that'll be a fantastic collab pick. That's for sure. So
this one from the Cigar Club guys. What do you as far as what you know from the blends? I know you don't want to give away everything here, but what you know from the blends of the cigars so far? Do you have you kind of have like a nice indication of where you think it could go?
I think I'm the only one that knows actually all 3 of the blends that we're going to smoke through as far as the actual full breakdown. I think all 3, it's going to be tough. Just like this was really tough. All 3 of these whiskeys are phenomenal and can drink by themselves all day long. I think landing on 2 will lend itself really well to the blends that we get to choose from. And I think it's going to be even tougher to narrow down 3 blends to this one whiskey. I think we've got some really good blends that will work well with number 2.
And I've got to save what I've got left of too, just to kind of
that's what I'm doing. Just so I can smoke.
I wasn't thinking about it before, but now I'm like, oh Jesus, I don't have much. I'm like,
oh yeah, that's a good point. I got to save some.
Jason can regurgitate some of his and do the bottle.
Man, that's gonna be
we need to get the cigar pairing on the books because Scott, you've been dragging your feet on this shit. So let's just do it next week and call it a day.
This is what happens when I let Scott run things.
My God, it's like snail's pace over here.
If my internet goes out, none of you sign back in, okay? We're gonna call it a night. If my internet goes out at this point, we're calling it a night. So no, we can definitely do that. We'll chat after this, but
I know.
So I guess first I gotta say, man, Jarrod, thanks for taking the time and doing what you did with these, because you gave us a lot to kind of digest here and really kind of challenge our palates in terms of what it was that we were ultimately going to like. And you could go down, you could pick any of these, we'd be happy with any of these, but I think the Squib Game that we ended up with as number 2 is an incredible bourbon. So thank you for putting that together.
Thank you
Thanks for
very
the
much.
opportunity,
Yeah,
man.
appreciate
We
it.
needed this, and we're new, and I just really appreciate it, and I appreciate the challenge. So
Amazing.
Absolutely.
thanks to y'all. Just let me know.
And then the Cigar Club guys, excluding Griff, thanks for all the work that you guys put in and everything. You know, I appreciate all the hard work. You know, I mean, they're the guys that you roll out who are just kind of the pretty faces. We know who those guys are. Rhymes with Griff.
Mhm.
But you know, no, in all seriousness, we appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to do something like this for our group. I mean, it was one of the things where we've talked about trying to do a lot of just different things to introduce to the club, and this is just kind of another added bonus and a little something special that we could do, and we're thankful for everybody that's involved. So
For us too.
Yeah.
We make cigars every single month, but pairing it with a barrel pick with you guys, this is amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah,
What an
and
opportunity.
And we'll figure out the logistics of how we want to share all of this stuff. That will be will be fine. But we'll work on getting the blend and stuff put together. Roughly. So let's talk about this for a second in terms of the availability of the bourbon and the availability of the cigar. Where are we on both of those roughly in terms of when those may be kind of ready to go?
Well, I mean, we obviously need to pick the cigar first.
Yeah.
So let's do that, and then we can, I guess, figure out the turnaround time here for both. I mean, logistically, this is stuff we could talk about offline, but I mean, we need to kind of figure out the logistics. Is somehow the cigar and the whiskey gonna be somehow put together and then shipped, or are they shipping separately? We need to figure all that out.
We won't inundate everybody with all the boring stuff. We'll talk about all that stuff offline. So there we have it. So I think we got it. We got number 2, the Squib Game, and that's a badass whiskey. So thanks everybody who's been involved, from the whiskey to the cigars to everybody part of the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. Thank you guys for all the support. We greatly appreciate everything. So I think with that being said, we'll kind of sign off for tonight. We'll keep you guys up to date. The more we know, more information we get, we'll kind of keep you guys up to date. But thanks again for everything, guys. Thanks for being a part of this stuff tonight. And I think with that being said, we'll kind of sign off for the night, and we'll see everybody next Tuesday. So cheers. Guys.
Cheers.
Thanks everybody.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.